So I'm gonna start a quick video log of some of my fishing things, trips, journeys. Yeah, I'm sorry, the sun's at my back right now. I had recently added my Garmin fish finder, so I put in some waypoints into there and looked on fishing status and got a couple of popular fishing points, ledges, and some underwater structures and that sort of thing. And then of course I had to limit them to whatever I could reach with my little 45-pound Minn Kota. But the other day when my wife and I went out, I was able to go a little over 5 miles, and that's pretty good for a Group 29 Everstart Walmart brand marine battery. So I'm hoping that by myself I might be able to go, who knows, 7, 8, 10 miles. I do have a little tiny battery that I run my fish finder with as a backup, but I don't suppose that'd probably get me more than maybe a half a mile to a mile. So I probably would be either begging for a ride back or using my paddle, one or the other. I've done several modifications to the boat since I've had it. Most of them basically were out of convenience. I added a couple of the rod holders in the front there, again with my trolling motor battery. I've put a small utility table here across the center. I've added my homemade, sorry for all the wind noise here, mount here, and you might be able to see over there on the side where I've got my 10-foot fiberglass rod that I purchased at Granger. It's worked pretty well so far. I can anchor in, I don't know, roughly 7 or 8 feet comfortably. The thing I had holding it before was just a steel ring on a carabiner, and it didn't work too well because the pole kept moving this way or that way, or even underneath the boat, and it was just making me a little uncomfortable. So rather than losing that $40 fiberglass rod, I just installed the galvanized steel mount to it. So it should be. There were a few people on the Facebook group I belong to that was, criticizing it, the mount, saying it was either overbuilt or, well, you're just going to be a couple of trips and the screws are going to strip out of the plastic and so forth. That might be true, but this is, was always meant to be an experiment for, how I could make it mine and improve it to be the most useful. I am brand new to freshwater fishing. I've spent 3/4 of my life fishing off piers and saltwater, so this is all new to me. I've had to buy all new tackle, all new rods. I couldn't reuse hardly anything that I had for the saltwater stuff. So I've been on, I don't know, 8, maybe 9 trips so far with the boat, and I haven't caught except for sticks. And I've been with a couple of people now out on the boat that are somewhat experienced freshwater, and they're not catching anything either. So I'm pretty sure it's just the fact that it's October, November, and the fish just simply aren't biting. You're going to have to be a pretty good angler to figure out exactly what spot they're at right now. But I'm not a pretty good angler yet, so I can't figure out where those spots are yet. I've got a couple of custom rod holders that I built out of PVC and just spray painted green so they wouldn't be quite so bright and ugly, PVC color. I also added the plug to the wiring that's already built into the boat. Again, sorry about the wind noise. It was quite windy earlier that day. whole lot of special stuff. I would like to get some type of rod holders to put either, on this side or on this side of the boat so that the rods aren't, sticking up and in my way when I'm casting. But I'm going to have to choose which of the two I would prefer, the rod storage on the side or my utility table going across the front. I don't think I can do both and still use both. So I'm going to have to choose which one is more important. Here is my largemouth bass that I caught. I think it was about 1/4 pound, but it's kind of pretty, isn't it? Okay, well, it is about 5 o'clock, so I'm headed back for the day. I did catch one single fish, but I had like at least 2, I think maybe even 3 other bites. As a matter of fact, I hooked 2 fish and they came off as I was reeling them in, so apparently I didn't set the hook as well as I should have. But all in all, it was a good day. I caught a fish. I'll put a picture up here if I remember. And I finally broke my skunk record here on Harris Lake. So, thank goodness. The boat did pretty well, even in the high winds we had today, probably between 10 and 15 mile an hour winds. I had a few splashes, get up, like the battery got splashed like 2 or 3 times. If it was much worse though, it probably could have gotten the battery seriously wet. So I probably will go ahead and grab a, power center battery box, waterproof thing. The shallow water anchor, I'm not real impressed with. I tried to use it like twice and it just ended up twisting around and dragging the fiberglass rod and just didn't really work as well as I thought it would. So I may give up on that idea and just do the rope. I've been toying with the concept of buying one of those little anchor wizard things where you can just, crank it up and the, anchor will fall, just hit the button or whatever and the anchor just falls to the, surf bottom. And then, you start cranking it and it's just basically a pulley, that pulls it up. But they're kind of expensive. They're probably a little over $100, and except for the trolling motor battery and the trolling motor itself, I haven't really spent that much money on anything for this so far. So I'm not crazy about spending another $140 on something just to anchor. But we'll see. So far, I'm just, trying to crank it up and coil it here next to me. So, hey, it works. The fish finder did a really good job, especially when it came to showing me the depth. The depth that it kept showing me, if it got down to below, 4 or 5 feet, I would, pull the trolling motor prop up a little bit, and, I would start slowing down, being very careful. And as you can see, I've got it set to, show me the little fishy symbols, and, I'm not 100% sure how accurate that is with, if that's real fish that it's showing me at, 12 feet or 6 feet or 20 feet or whatever. But I guess it could be real fish. As I learn more about the fish finder, I'm sure I'll probably turn the little fishy symbols off. And, just look for the arches on the 2D sonar. But for now, it is what it is. So I'm just trying to get used to using the thing, waypoints and depth and water temperature, and I mean it shows an awful lot of stuff. Water temperature is 58 degrees. We're traveling about 3 miles an hour, and this is on high speed. The battery that I have it hooked up to is 12.6 volts, and it's 1 minute after 5 o'clock. So I gotta pack this crap up and get home before Chrissy starts worrying about where the but like I said, I had a good day. I am very happy that I decided to record some today on my very first fishing trip with the Bass Raider 10E, where I actually caught a different thing. So, yay to me, right? I realized that part of my problem is just my confidence. I don't have any confidence fishing right now. So, you know, the more confidence I can get, even if it's just with like 1 or 2 different kinds of baits, like the plastic, craw that I used today that my cousin Nick gave me, the little green, oh, here they are, green net bait summer craw 3-inch that he gave me. That seemed to do the trick today. I realize that that's not something that'll work every single time, but knowing that they're biting craws right now, I am liable to throw another one of those, or a white, or a blue, or a black, or some kind of, pumpkin, something color craw in the next couple of weeks if I come back here, and if it's warm enough to come back here. But I was throwing, square bill crankbaits. I was throwing swim baits with the big old, weighted swim bait hooks. I was throwing the whopper plopper. Every time I come out, I throw the whopper plopper. I know it isn't going to catch anything until March or April or May, but it's still fun to throw and retrieve, so I throw it. And yeah, no, that's right. I had probably 2 different square bill crankbaits that I was using. One of them was jointed, one of them wasn't, but neither one of them were working for me today. So, alrighty, I'm almost back to the boat ramp, so I'm gonna load everything up and pack it in for the day. But hope you guys stay tuned. I will try to record some more for my next outing, and I guess try to document any little bit of progress that I'm able to make. All right, thanks for watching. Wait, I'm supposed to say something like, hit like and please subscribe to my new channel. You're not going to do that, are you? Okay, well, you're watching all the way to the end here, so I'm already impressed enough. You don't have to like and you don't have to subscribe if you don't want. Thanks. All right, bye.